right mind. They can't be.
Porch fellas.
They can't be. I'm a right mind. They can't be.
Porch fellas.
They can't be. I'm a right mind. They can't be.
They just want your hate. 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 They just want your hate.
Kill the body. I'm a right mind.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Porch Fellas, episode number 5. Thank you again for all your support, your views, your comments, your likes, subscribe. If you have not, please definitely give us a like, comment, or subscribe. I am 1/3 of the Porch Fellas. Chris Love, C Love, Chris, Crip, whatever you want to call me, just be respectful. I'm joined by my super co-host, 10. Baby 10. What's going on, 10? You doing all right?
What's happening, Pimpin'? Trying to line this thing up, trying to get Corey in here.
Uh-oh. In your head is out of view. Big C, Corey, what's good with you?
Hey, everybody! How everybody doing?
I think they're doing all right.
I am here.
What's going on, Corey? Now, just
For
a
a
little
little delay.
background for our show and how we've been doing it. So, initially, we were supposed to be a sports podcast. We sort of veered off a little bit, and we were like, let's go into relationships. Not relationships like why is everything so messy and why are men bad and women this and that. Just speak on situations like when should you start discussing finances? When should you move in together? Like topics like that. How it turned out though, the first show was actually a 10 connection. Brandon was his connection. That was our guest that had the white male who had the black wife. We did that for episode 1, and then episode 2 we brought Brandon back, and we also had Shay on, who was also a Mike connection. Huge friend and supporter of the show. We appreciate you, Shay. Thank you. Episode 3, that was Big C, Corey. He brought on Shaka. Personally, one of my favorite episodes. Shaka was fun and entertaining. She was very open, and we got a lot of laughs, comments, and we rode that one. We liked that one. Corey was supposed to go for episode number 4. We had some things fall through last week. It didn't work out like we expected it to, but it's all good. So now we're to episode 5, and it's my turn to bring on one of my connections. So today we have Lil Bit joining us. Lil Bit is basically family to me. She's the little cousin of my best friend, rest in peace, Davis. But I've known Lil Bit since she was maybe junior high, high school. We known each other for at least 2 decades. And I've just always seen her as like little cousin. She actually came to Atlanta a couple months ago, and I got to chill with her, and like it was great just hearing her story and things she's overcome, things she's gone through. And I was so grateful that she said, sure, I'll come join the podcast. So a little bit, thank you for joining. Say hello to the people and give us a little something about yourself.
You're so welcome. I had fun in Atlanta. Honestly, Chris Love, how long have you lived in Atlanta? And I was introducing you to new places, whether it was food or anything. But I definitely enjoyed myself. Went to my first Braves game. I had a ball, and I will be going back for sure. What's your other question, Chris Love?
I was just gonna say, tell me a little bit about yourself, but it's whatever. No pressure.
A little bit about myself. Well, I'm a small town girl, born and raised in Anadarko, Oklahoma, and I am a single mother to a beautiful daughter. She is 13 years old. She will be 14 this October 16th. I am a talent development professional where I develop employees within organizations, and I'm very passionate about that, helping people really tap into their hidden potential and just speaking life any way I can and encouraging them. That's one of my gifts.
Nice, nice,
I
nice.
am overheating with the Hennessy.
Now, is everybody drinking a little bit? What you drinking on?
Henny and ginger ale.
Henny and ginger ale, and you got the ball of ice. I ain't hating.
Mhm.
Big C, what you drinking on?
This new Stella Rose cognac, I guess it's called Stella Rose Black, and it's
Okay,
brown, it's light brown, it's very smooth. It's hitting all the spots right now.
I ain't mad at you. 10,
Definitely putting it on my list.
what you sipping on? Uh-oh, I almost Hennessy VSOP.
Is that the black one?
No, that's Hennessy Privilege VSOP.
Ooh,
$70 a bottle. I ride it out a little bit with Coke. Sometimes I do it with cranberry, or I might down it with some Sprite. I am a henneologist. I went to
That's right.
Florida
Yes,
State
he is.
for half a
Yes,
semester
yes.
to learn how to critique my palates on tasting cognac.
okay.
And I got kicked out of school and went home and started my own LLC on tasting cognac. And I've been doing it ever since. So
How much are you making? How much is your
So are
take
you the
home with your
first cognac
LLC?
taster?
what was that? One question at a time. What was that?
Right. So how much are you making with your LLC?
My annual, you would like to know?
Yeah, yeah,
I spent
absolutely.
$70 on this bottle. 2000. I started in 2006 when I moved to Atlanta. That's when I got my LLC, and I have three liquor stores within a mile radius of my house. So between those three stores and the pit, I'm about a one and a quarter a year.
That's right.
That's some nice change.
That's a
Shout out,
little
shout
chicken
out,
change.
Gifted in the comments. We
Yeah, wait,
appreciate
wait.
it.
Goddamn gifted. Lord have mercy. And this is what I
So
do.
you go to 124 package all the time?
124 in Rockbridge, and
Yes,
78
yes,
of Highway 78
yes,
Stone Mountain. Those are the liquor stores that when I walk
yes.
in, they go, Mike, you ever seen the TV show Cheers?
Yes.
When Norm walks through the door,
Yes.
Norm.
Norm.
That's how,
Norm.
yeah, move the microphone back. Yeah, but that's what I do. That's how it is when I walk in. So
That's right.
thank you. So
Well, we'll get right to it. We don't want to waste your time a little bit or any of our viewers' time. You did mention when you were giving a little monologue that you were single, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. How is single life? Is it preferable for you right now? Would you prefer to be in a relationship? How's single life treating?
Well, that's a great question. And let me be real transparent. A couple years ago, I did not like being single at all. I was like, "Ooh, when is he coming?" I didn't like really to be by myself, or I didn't understand the importance of and just enjoying myself and my own space and my own energy. But now I'm in a season where I absolutely can come home to my beautiful home and enjoy me. Turn on Netflix, turn on Hulu, binge watch a series, maybe go to the movies by myself, brunch, lunch, dinner, you name it, get cute, I'm there. So now in this season, I absolutely love my singleness. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning things about me that maybe I was blind to, that I didn't know from different experiences in relationships. And I mean, therapy has definitely helped with that, but I'm enjoying my single season. I'm filling my cup, loving on myself, and I love my own vibe. I am a vibe, honestly.
Now, I just started with therapy. You already know that. Earlier this summer. How long you been doing therapy?
I've been doing therapy since the end of 2017.
Oh wow. Okay. And
Yes.
have you stayed with the same therapist the whole time?
No, I haven't stayed with the same therapist. Probably on my second therapist.
Oh, okay.
One therapist didn't work out when I was in school. Her schedule wasn't in alignment when I was in school. And then I had a therapist, super loved. Like she would come for me in my therapy sessions, which you definitely need. And then this therapist with my new job and my new insurance, I mean, it's totally free. So I go weekly and I like her. And I tried doing EMDR therapy, really helps to undo trauma events that were very traumatic in your childhood and to relive that. And so yes, therapy, I'm a proponent of it. I'll tell anybody to go and do it, heal for yourself and your future and your children's future for sure.
Oh, I agree with that. Now I know you mentioned that you're like finding yourself, enjoying yourself, spending time with yourself, doing all these things, but at some point, I assume you would like a man to enter your life and be your better half and all of that. Could you speak on a little bit what you feel you're missing from not currently having a man? Maybe you're not missing anything, but could you speak on what you're looking for whenever the dude gets out of jail and comes into your life?
I
I'm,
don't
I'm
want to.
sorry, I just put that out
I don't
there.
want to judge anybody's past, but that was tough getting out of jail. But no,
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out who I am to make sure I absolutely know what it is I want in a relationship. I know I don't want to be strung along. I know I don't want to be in situations where it's toxic and my mental health is at stake. Um, I definitely know I want somebody who has a relationship with the Lord because anytime we're having
That's an
conflict.
absolute, absolute.
Oh, yes, it is absolute. It is absolute for sure because I just want to make sure anybody I am getting to know, aspiring to marry, because I'm not dating for fun. I'm not dating a mate. I'm dating for a spouse. And so when you come and approach me, definitely come correct because I'm not looking to play games. So definitely a relationship with the Lord. That way, if we're dealing with anything, like he can convict you or I in a way where if I need to apologize, I'll apologize. Or if you need to apologize, he'll wrestle with your heart. And so we can just work together because it's a team sport. Relationships are a team sport. We're not fighting each other. We're really trying to navigate an issue together.
Now, we do have a question from Gifted. She said, "Do you mind sharing your age? Do you mind?"
Absolutely. I do not mind. I'm 33 years old. I'll be 34 November 27th. Sometimes I forget how old I am, to be honest.
Just a quick note of just a special note. Don't give out your name or don't give out how old you are in your date of birth or your name or sorry. Don't give out how old you are and when your birthday is because that's uniquely identifiable information and people is
You
just
right.
I
Come
know,
on,
yeah.
CPA, that personal sensitive information. But if they want to send me a gift, they can.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Corey, you look like you had something to say.
So you said you're dating for a purpose. So
Yeah.
a man can ask you out, but his purpose is actually not to just to have a good time. He has
Yeah.
to like you want to be courted.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a great question. I do want to be courted. We're not here to play. We're not here for play. We're not in daycare anymore.
Hmm. So with
Do
being
you
courted,
would you
go ahead.
I was just gonna throw in, could you date a man that does not make more money than you?
Could I date a man that does not make more money than me?
Here
Like, do
we,
you need a provider,
here we
or do
go.
you want a provider?
Here we go. I'm gonna put my headphones for this. I gotta hear what the hell
I
you.
started itching. I
As
started
I
itching on that question. Hold
as I
on just a
sip,
second.
I gotta
That's the
hear
Y'all
devil.
this
need to
shit.
send me some questions. Process this. Can I date a man who does not make as much as me? I will say yes. However, my hope is you didn't even let me finish, baby 10. However, my hope is that this is a man who's secure in his self in his own space where he is okay and comfortable doing life with a woman who makes more than him.
You know, persuasion men do it all the time. They love when their wives make more money than them. But for some reason, us as fellas, me, it don't bother me. I mean, it don't bother me.
I welcome it.
But us as Our
I
folks,
welcome it too.
they kind of get into makes a lot of money or makes more money to them.
Uh-oh, 10. We having some freezing issues. You good, 10?
The aliens is trying to come down.
Well,
See, every time we get serious.
Mm.
I'll pick up from there. Well, I say, Mike, you good?
Still froze.
He probably got to leave, come back in. Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. There I go.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna let Mike continue. He back.
I'm back. But I know a young lady
Oh, you
myself
back.
personally that makes six figures, and it's intimidating to a lot of guys. A lot of guys. It don't bother me, but I'm glad you're making your money. But this is what I want to do. I want to double back to you being single, right? You were saying something to the effect that you want a guy with this or has this, in a relationship. But everything is 50-50 when you meet somebody, right? Everything is 50-50.
Tell me more about everything is 50-50. Like,
He can
give
he can
what
line
exactly do you mean is 50-50?
he can line up with what you're looking for. But there's a
Mm-hmm.
50-50 chance it'll go left. You don't know when it could go left within a month. It can go left within seven
Mike,
years. Am I
you got
froze again?
Ethernet.
I got it plugged in, Chris. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Like I'm plugged in and I'm locked in and loaded. But give me a second. Hold on.
I can see you, dog. You start over here.
Shout out. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties. Shout out to Lady Shay. Shay, I see you in the comments. Oh, now we can't have silence, Corey. You got to pick it up. Uh,
Oh well, I get no here. Let's go there. Look, I think what he's talking about with the 50-50 thing is that most times that when men is coming towards you and you make more money than them, or they're not you really think about it. They really don't care as they're courting you. They don't care. We don't care how much money you make. It's just that once you get in a relationship, all that comes about. Now, if I love what I do, if you're dating a person that love they do and what they do, and they're there to support you, are you willing to understand that? Let's say I work for the county and only get raised a certain amount or a certain type. Are you looking for me to basically a man to take care of you, or just take care of yourself and y'all help each other?
Corey, real
Is
quick,
that what you're looking
do you
for? You're not
do
looking
you
for a man
think?
to take care of you.
But
Oh
Corey, do
no,
you
no, no,
think
no,
that a
not at
man should
all.
Go
take
ahead.
care of a woman? Do you not think that you should take care of your woman
Look, times
financially?
have changed. We are not
They have.
financially. Times have changed. We're on the times. Everything has changed. So what I make is not is okay for myself, but to take care of a person. If you ready to live this type of lifestyle, to where you be happy, hey, we ain't gonna be able to go out once a week. We maybe go out once every 2 weeks, or we have vacation time once a year, and it won't be 7 days. It might be four. Are you
So
willing to take that with me?
you think a relationship for the
Yeah,
most
that's a
part
great
should be?
question.
Oh, go ahead. My fault, Talisha. Go
I'm
ahead.
no, I understand what you're saying, but no, I think that's a great question, and I think it for me speaking for myself, it's whatever works for me and that individual. Like whether I'm making more or whether he's making more, we have to do what works for our relationship and not invite other comments or opinions from outsiders because what we have between us is between us. And that's how it should be. Hopefully I answered your question.
But you wouldn't mind taking care of a man, is what you're saying, if need be.
If I want my well see okay, so to go back to the 50-50, I think sometimes in a relationship it may be 80-20. And that may be me carrying the 80% and that may be him carrying 20. Or it might reverse where he's doing 80 and I'm doing 20. So yes, I'm absolutely okay with sometimes those roles switching as long as I know together this is a partnership and we're doing this because we have goals down the line in the future.
I could feel that. I could feel that. Okay. Okay.
So let me ask you this a little bit. let's say you're in a relationship. Y'all been together for about, I'll say, 3 or 4 years,
Okay.
and you've been waiting on a ring. You ain't really said anything, but you like a ring. You
Did you
know,
say
he
three or
knows
four
the end
years?
goal. Yeah, let's say 3 or 4 years. Let's say 3 or 4 years. I'm not saying most relationships you start talking about marriage within year two. Am I correct?
I think nowadays it's like
I'll
year
say that.
one.
That's the average.
What
Year
do you think?
one, okay, maybe year one, but I'm saying year two because the first year goes by fast. Do you have? Do you just say, "I have an out," meaning if he does not do certain things by your standards, you have an out.
Do you build outs into your relationship? If there's anything that's
Yeah, do
potential.
you build out in your relationship?
That's a great question, but I kind of want to start at the beginning because if I'm clear as a woman in my expectations about what I want and how I'm not playing games and how I'm not looking for a husband, but like the goal is marriage in the beginning. As a woman, I can only hold myself accountable to that's what I said, and that's the standard I'm a hold. So if it's year three and I know that you still over here playing with me and we've not had any further discussion about being married, it's not about having an out. I was clear in the beginning about where I was when it comes to dating and the goal being marriage. And I don't honestly don't think like me and Chris, not Chris Love, but my cousin who passed, we've had this conversation and other men that are my friends. Men know when they're gonna marry a woman. It does not take 4 and 5 years. It's like at the end of the day, we as women, we have to instead of point the finger, we have to pull the thumb. What is it that we've been doing to allow these men to string us along for 4 and 5 years? So for me, I'm gonna have the conversation in the beginning.
And what's the big hold up? Okay, so you had the conversation soon after y'all start dating, like, hey, I'm expecting marriage, blah, blah, blah. Within the first month or so, he knows where you're coming from. At what point is it like month 6 where you're like, hey, let's have another conversation because I don't feel like we're progressing? Is it a year? Like how if you're year 2 and he hasn't even brought it up, like at what point do you bring it up?
That's a great question. I think 6 months is kind of early. Granted, I do know some people who've gotten married after 6 months.
Yeah.
And sometimes people will say that you might not know a person after 6 months, after a year, or after 2 years. And I think my grandmother has always told me you kind of want to be with or experience someone through a lot of seasons, whether that's a death in your family, just to see how they'll navigate that season with you and vice versa. So for me,
Mm,
it is revisiting that conversation, but I'm not going to revisit it again because the first time I revisit it, Talisha, where I am today, the first time I revisit it and I don't see any action or any progressing, then that's when I'll start doing my part. Like, okay, you probably
So
don't want to marry me.
So going back to Corey's question, would you ever build an out into a relationship, or for you, you can never build it out into a relationship?
I wouldn't call it an out. It would be a conversation for me because one, I've already had the conversation in the beginning and we've revisited. So if I'm at my third conversation, I played sports. I played softball, 3 strikes. You're not out, but I'm out.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, building on that a little bit, I mentioned like, do you build in and out? Obviously that's sort of like you're in a relationship, but you're looking to see what your next move might be or something like that. And one thing that we
right.
discussed recently was how there appears to be different standards for when a woman cheats in a relationship versus when a man cheats in a relationship. Um, I think all the Porsche fellas they can speak for themselves, but I'll speak. I'll speak for me. If my woman cheats on me, then like we're just done. It's like we don't have to
Yeah.
discuss anything. I don't hate you. It's just you mentioned seasons. I don't know exactly what seasons mean, but damn it, it ain't summer no more. At this point, like we got to keep it moving. And I'm not even mad. I'm gonna keep it moving. Charge to the game. We obviously weren't meant for each other. You sort of took a little issue to that. And what's your thinking on it? on man cheating, woman cheating, men not taking a woman back, but women sometimes will take their cheating partner back? What's your thoughts on it?
You know, my thoughts, my opinion only. When it comes to men, and you both are men, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I definitely think you not taking a woman back is tied to your ego. Oh, if I take her back, my homie's gonna say something because she cheated on me. They're gonna call me weak. This, that, and the third. When that may be somebody you absolutely see yourself doing life with. Like even though she cheated on you, you still, no matter what, that's the woman you want to do life with, and that's okay. And we just
No.
live in a culture where he said no.
Hold on, hold on. Why would so what I'm not saying you don't have to speak for yourself, but you have a lot of homegirls. Why would they if you know of it, obviously you don't have to say their name, but why would they cheat? Why would they cheat on their man?
Oh, a man or a woman?
Why would your homegirl cheat or a woman cheat on a man?
Honestly, I keep a circle of women of sustenance, and they would not cheat. I
Okay,
mean
but for
that.
women that you might know have cheated, why do you think they cheated?
Mm, this is just an assumption that maybe he cheated and they were trying to get him back,
Okay.
or there was some need that wasn't being fulfilled. But still, that goes back to communication. You can always communicate. You don't have to cheat on someone. Just communicate that your needs are not being met, whatever that need is for you, because sometimes we think people know what our expectations are, or what our needs are, because we thought it up here, but we just didn't speak it through our mouth. And we're expecting other people to know. So when they don't meet or exceed our expectations, we're mad, we're butthurt, we want to go cheat. We can just have a clear, open, candid conversation.
I I think most men think that when a woman cheats, it's because they actually have another connection to a dude, or intimacy could be different for them. Like when they have intimate relations with another man, it's, I mean, there's a different feeling versus a man could really have be intimate with a woman and have zero emotional attachment at all. It's really just, I mean, for lack of better words, orgasm. What do you say to that? Do you think there's any validity to that? Like, you think women can just have physical stimulation with some random dude that they step out on and that's it?
I mean, I do know some women who are emotionally unavailable and could do exactly that, could leave a man who cheated the first time and not look back. So yes, I do know some women like that. However, I still think it goes back to filling empty voids. Big C, I see your hand.
So let me just say this. In my experience with women that have cheated, most time women that cheat, they cheat because they feel like they can get something better. So if I am the person that you're with, and they always feel like the grass is green on the other side. Oh yeah, this dude can do much better than this nigga right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sleep with him and get I get what I need from him. Excuse me, I get what I want from him, but I get what I need from this nigga here. They're gonna try both fields until we find out or whatever. That's how it is. That's in my experience of a woman cheating on me. It's like, hey, I get more from that person than I get from him. Corey's not doing enough for me that I feel. And so I'm gonna go to this nigga over here. He's gonna do better than him. But then they realize, well, he doing the same thing for you. He just, he want the box. It's like, damn, you get the box. What is there left? You can't. That's it.
Shout out to Big Rod on Facebook. He says he agrees with Lil Bit. He said it about 8 minutes ago, so I missed his
Thank you,
actual
Rob. We
comment.
don't.
And Lady Shay, yes, she did mention her age. She is 33 years old, soon to
Um,
be 34.
Big C, even in that scenario, and thank you for sharing your experience, she could have had a conversation with you. She could have had a conversation with you before she went and decided that Big C is not meeting my needs. Because, like you said, going back to that experience, she found out that the grass was not greener on the other side. And it's very true what they say. Why leave this person who has this set of issues to go over to Jerome when he could have a whole set of issues that are way worse than the issues that Big C has. So now
Right.
she want to double back when she could have just
Right.
had an open, honest, and transparent conversation about what she needed from you.
Yeah.
However, sometimes what we think we need or want is really an us issue, and that's something that's our responsibility that we need to fill ourselves. We can't always expect other people to fill voids that's our responsibility to fill. However, there are some things that people can add to us.
So let me ask you this a little bit. Could you take someone back that cheated on you?
I've done that before, so yes, I can.
Okay. And how did you feel after that?
So I've always been someone
Was it
who
ever a good
says,
decision?
"Oh, that's a great question." I'm gonna answer this first and go back to that. I've always been someone who says, "I want to love people how God loves me." I sin time and time again. I don't even know how many times throughout the day I might sin, whether it's my thoughts or whether it's certain things that I do, my behaviors, how I treat people. But it's like no matter what, God still loves me and He doesn't treat me differently. So for me, if I make a conscious decision as a woman to take a man back that violated my trust, I have to make a conscious decision to move forward with him and not hold that over his head. So that's always been me. I'm not about to hold anything over your head because one, it's not getting either one of us anywhere. Now to answer your question, see love, it ain't worked out for me. However, I've learned that you can forgive somebody, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to reconcile the relationship. Like, yeah, I can forgive you one time. You cheated. I want to try this. I don't want to hold this over your head. However, if I see that there's a pattern that's developed and you're still making the same choices, then again, before I point the finger, I have to pull the thumb back on myself and be like, okay, Talisha, you're not being treated the way you know you deserve because you've done the work. You're still healing. You need to leave this space because it's not serving you. If I'm missing sleep, if my emotions are all over the place, if it's emotional roller coaster, like I don't need to be there.
I feel you on that. Lady Shay said, "I forgive him, but I'm out." Um, we
And that's
also
okay.
I agree. It's okay.
Yeah,
A
that's
lot of men
okay.
are like that. She must be a damn Gemini. Um, we we also had a conversation about oh, I just lost my train of thought. Dang it.
Mm, you'll get it back.
Um, you said
Come
what?
on, Crip. Put it together.
It's too much pressure. We live. Let's get it. Um, so I guess in your journey to just continue enjoying yourself, love yourself, and things like that, do you have a timeline for when you would like for you to complete your loving yourself phase and getting to know yourself, getting reacquainted to understand who you are? And when this guy, like, will you ever get to a point where you're actively searching for him, or is really just about opening yourself to being in that situation? And like, what's the
Mm,
timeline for that?
that's a great question. Do I have a timeline
That's a good ass
for
question, dog.
me loving myself and filling my cup? You don't know, Chris
Okay,
Love. I don't
Dominique.
think there's definitely
No, I'm
not
not
a
taking it.
timeline. There's definitely not a timeline, and this is something I still want to implement and incorporate when I am dating someone. Like I still want to take myself on dates because that's important to me. I'm a foodie and I love to go eat and I like to get cute. I'm a very feminine woman. I would rather wear a pair of heels than a pair of J's any day. So that's something I still want to do and aspire to do, even when I'm dating, even when I'm in a marriage. And I think that's important for my husband. Go to a movie by yourself. We ain't always got to be together 110% of the time because you need your time. Like I need my time, whether it's just solo time or whether that's you with your homies. Like I get it. So I don't have a timeline. I just know if I don't fill my cup, I can't pour into other people's cup, and I'm not going to be the best mother. I'm not going to be the best spouse. I'm going to be running on empty fumes, and I might flip out on somebody.
Uh-oh. 10, welcome back.
Right.
You
Go
don't
ahead,
even
Tia.
you don't even want to know what I just got finished doing. I'm so sick of. I don't know what happened, but I crashed
Man,
on
here, let's
myself.
take a shot. We need to take a shot.
I had to run down to Comcast and argue with somebody at the front desk. I do pay my bills though. I ain't gonna
Oh
lie.
God.
Pay those bills.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I missed a lot what y'all was
So a
talking
little bit.
about,
Let me
but
ask you this.
go for it, Corey. There you go.
So when you say you pouring into people, do you feel like you pour too much for the
Whew,
man? Do you feel like
for a
you
man.
overflowing the pouring, or do you pour enough?
Do I pour? Well, I can answer that one quickly. How, I don't know if I'm pouring enough. He would have to communicate that to me. But to your first question, am I pouring too much? I want to say if I know his love languages, no, I'm not pouring too much because those are his love languages. So I'm gonna do what he needs in to feel loved from me. So he's not asking for that love from other women. It's coming straight from me. Um,
So when
because
you,
I was telling y'all about a book I read a couple years ago by David Dita, The Way of the Superior Man, and one of the things that stood out to me as a woman reading that, because it's really written for a man, but I would tell any woman to read it, was when he shared the example about a man who was having kind of like lustful thoughts about a coworker, a woman, and he shared that with his spouse, and he was saying how she responds will dictate what that man shares moving forward. And so for me, I was like, okay, that's important. So if my spouse shares something with me that's probably very vulnerable and might hurt me, my response matters. Because if I respond in an angry way or a vindictive or petty way, he's probably not going to share anything else with me. So just creating a safe space for somebody to continue to share those hard things with me, that's what I want to do.
so
Portia,
let me ask you
did
this.
y'all ever tell your wife, "Hey, there's this fine chick that I had thoughts about. I ain't do nothing, but
Shit.
just
What
want to let you know."
I have I have dirty thoughts about Jill Scott all the time.
And
She's a
you,
beautiful woman. I don't blame you.
my fault, T. And I didn't mean to cut you.
No, no,
And
you good.
I have told women that I dated, if you ever see me, if Jill Scott ever walk into Walmart or whatever I am, I'm gonna have a fit. I'm gonna try to holler.
So a little bit. Let me ask you a question.
Okay, I'm ready.
How important is marriage to you?
How important is marriage to me? It is important. It
You're
is important.
33. I'm
Yes.
51. I'm not married. So you're at that age of wanting to be, or am I? You looking forward to it, or if it happens, I'm at that age where uh shit happen. I guess shit. So how important is that? How important is that piece of paper for you?
Mm.
Let's say,
You know.
let's say if you dated someone for 12 years, right? 12 years, 12 whole years. Y'all lived
Mm.
together. Y'all did things as a married couple, but you didn't have that paper in your hand. Now, after like 12 years, you thinking about it like, fuck, I gave this man 12 years of my life, and this nigga still ain't married me. Would the thought of having that paper be as important now because you've seen the timeline that you gave him and you feel like he owes you that? Or would you be okay just staying in the situation that you are in? Just
Goodness. I feel like I heard two questions in that. How important is marriage to me? And then if I were to be married, for example, for 12 years, would I be okay with not being married and not having that license certificate? You know, I had this conversation, I feel like with my grandmother. No, or it was my therapist. It was one of them. They're both
I
wise
think it was a
women.
therapist.
Probably.
It was a
I see her
therapist.
weekly if her schedule allows.
Right.
I think her question was kind of similar as far as like, would I be okay if marriage never happens? And I think the more I date myself and like enjoy just being in my own space and my own energy, yes. But then there's a part of me that I
Yes,
know is
what?
very important. Wait, what?
You said yes. Yes, what?
So yes, I could go without being married. However, there is a part of me, a percentage of me that's like, I would love to show my daughter what a healthy marriage looks like because I didn't see that growing up. For her to see healthy love, healthy conflict, because my view or my lens of conflict is very warped because of my upbringing. I witnessed physical, verbal, emotional abuse. So for me, if conflict doesn't look as big as that, I don't feel like I need to address it. Um, so yeah, I think I answered your question.
Oh, Mike, did you freeze?
You stuck, right? Goodness
You gotta go back to
gracious!
Comcast.
10.
Uh-oh. He got to reboot. He'll be back.
Listen, you-
He'll be back.
oh, I hate that.
Here he is.
Right.
There you go. Here you go.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That doggone
So let
Lord.
me ask you this. So
You know, I think it's
you're saying
something
a
going on in the
healthy
world. Yeah.
relationship. You said you wanted to show your daughter you have to be married. That's what you're telling me?
Ooh, you definitely summarized that. I mean, I can answer that in a lot of ways because her and I, we have a relationship as mother and daughter. And my hope is that if I were to ask her, she would say it's healthy. But in a, do I feel like it would need to be a marriage to be considered a healthy relationship? I, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
So
However,
if
there.
you had a man for 12 years, he did everything that he was supposed to do. Y'all just wasn't on paper. Kept a smile on your heart. Kept you satisfied sexually, emotionally. Kept the groceries in the house, paid the bills, did what he was supposed to do. That little piece of paper gonna cause you to say, "This ain't a healthy relationship." Is that what you're telling me?
I don't think it's gonna cause me to say that. However, I, I just don't think I would find myself in that place because of where I am today and just being very comfortable with saying like X, Y, Z. But for your scenario,
So you basically saying that if you was in a relationship, maybe after 2 years, you'd be like, "Look at niggas, why we ain't married yet?"
maybe three, maybe two, two and a
Three.
half, three.
You gonna have the conversation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you weren't on here when we had this conversation.
Oh, Mike, you
She
all right?
said she had a conversation before
So
you should get to 2 or 3.
hopefully Mike's able to join us soon. But I have a quick spin-off type question. I'm sure you're aware that like divorce rates are increasing and the percentage of people getting married that's decreasing. Do you think about or worry about just where the future is for marriage and those types of relationships to where it might be where people have to be? And I see Lady Shay saying I wouldn't have them around for 12 years, but that might just be the future of relationships
You never
where
know.
No, it's not. I don't receive that in my life. It's not for me.
I feel you, but it takes two. Like he needs to be on that as well. He needs to be on
Yeah.
your. I don't marry her
So
with
basically,
it.
she's saying, Chris, she gonna dump a good man because he ain't proposed to her. That's what they saying.
That's what it's. That's what
Wait,
it's
wait.
saying to me.
No, we
That's what they
gonna
say.
skip that. I want to talk about what Chris Love said. Yes to everything you just said because I think it's important that you are dating, courting, or with someone who has the same values as you and want the same things as you. Because if y'all don't want the same things, if y'all don't have the same values, what are we doing? Y'all are probably gonna end up wasting time.
But doesn't your
So
experience in your 33 years? Feel free to tell me to shut up if you don't want to answer. But how many times have you been proposed to?
how many times have I been? I have not been proposed to yet.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's it.
Oh,
I
Maybe
know, right, Big C,
you.
but it's happening.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's coming. And I think you're a great woman, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I just wonder, like, if you're holding out for this knight in shining armor man that's going to come with a ring on the knee,
Mm-hmm.
you be missing out
Mm,
person.
no, I don't think I'm holding out. I'm to the point where it might just be I might just love my Urkel, because Urkel he loved him some Laura. He loved him some Laura. Loved him some Laura.
So you love Urkel and Travis Hunter and the other guys you said yesterday when you googled them.
See, see.
You asked the question, but you never answered it. You just said,
I
all
said,
right.
I remember what I said about Jermaine Dupri.
You said his eyes, when you gaze
Were a
into
little
his
bit
eyes, you
scary.
get
Like they
you
were
get
scary. Like, they were a little bit scary for me. So that would
so
be a no for him.
so you're 33, you're getting older. So when you gonna start
Wiser.
dating? When you gonna start dating? Well, okay, you're getting wiser. So they say.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
getting
not
older.
opposed to dating. I'm open to dating. I'm very much open to dating.
So what the problem is?
So can I say let me say something to you. This is how I look at it now. I'll make a perfect analogy of what's going on with marriage to this day. It's
Oh
like
shit.
in a sports analogy, it's like if you don't get a ring, you're gonna do the LeBron James. So I need to get on somebody's team that's gonna marry me for this ring.
Wait, wait, wait,
I
wait,
don't care
wait,
how I
wait.
get there,
Wait,
as long
you
as I
lost
get
me.
this ring.
What the hell is a LeBron James?
So I'll be a good player like Charles Barkley and don't have a ring,
You hear
but
this shit,
I'm with
Chris?
Charles Barkley. He's been a good man to me.
What the fuck is
And,
this nigga
yeah, you
saying?
heard what I said.
What the
Like
hell
where
is a
your button
LeBron
at?
James? Hold on. Bruh. What is a LeBron James? Bruh. What is a Charles Barkley? Bruh. What the hell are you talking about? Bruh.
So listen, listen what I'm saying. Look, listen what I'm saying, baby
Go
Ted.
ahead,
Listen
man.
what I'm
Go
saying.
ahead. Go ahead.
I just figured it out. Listen what I'm saying. LeBron, everybody, in society, you want to be married, you want a ring. Most women want a ring. 90% of women want a ring.
I need a drink.
They want the ring. Most dudes are not even thinking about no ring. They just want to be in a happy relationship and have a good woman or a good wife. Now,
That
if
can
they get to
cook.
the ring and this is
She
the
gotta
one,
cook. She gotta be
I'm
able
gonna
to
give
cook.
her a ring. You're right. You say she got to be able to cook. All I'm saying is, at this time where we are, that society has gotten to the point where if a woman wants a ring, they'll do anything almost to get the ring. But if you have a good man and he's done everything, like Charles Barkley couldn't get a ring, but he's a good dude, he's a good player,
A little bit. I have a
and
question
you
for you.
still like, nah, I'm gonna jump off Charles and get to go on another team because he's gonna give me this ring.
Wait a minute.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily agree with that at all. I think they're probably yeah, I don't agree with that. I think they're
Hold on.
probably
Hold up.
I
Hold
think
up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Something ain't
that's the
right.
problem. Look,
Hold on. Chris, come in.
refill your cup.
Hey,
Baby Tim, you froze again. What is
10,
going
10
on?
Pro. I have a question for you until 10 gets back. So you know me. You know about me. You know about some situations and everything. Do you think that I will ever be married?
I do. I feel like this last
Really?
situation, yes.
Okay.
And I think
Okay.
this is kind of
To get
answering. This is going to
personal
help me
hell
answer.
yeah.
This is going to help me answer all that jibber jabber that Big
Did
T
you
was
hear what
talking
I
about.
just said?
What?
I said don't go too personal, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I respect your boundary. Um, no, I think this last experience made you like. So don't even share like the when you.
Don't even mention nothing. Just mention whatever you got to say.
Okay,
Don't do it a little bit. Don't do it.
I'll
But
figure
I
out how
feel
to
you a
say
little
it.
bit. I
I'll figure out
feel
how to
you.
say it. No, no.
Nah, you go
I
on to
think
the
when
next
you,
topic.
I think no. I think when you had that realization that one morning when you was see Siri want to get in it too. When you was like, dang, you didn't have anybody to call, be like, I'm here, and it would be nice if you had like a spouse.
You talking about when I was in the ER?
Yeah.
That was big. That
So
did touch me differently when I was in the ER and
yeah,
like nobody was there with.
and there's
Yeah,
nothing
Hold
wrong
on,
with that. And
you
I
was in the
think
ER, you ain't called nobody.
hey, I'm do you
it
like
was
Kamala
midnight.
Davis? I'm speaking. I'm
That's
speaking.
right. My fault.
Um, so I think there are men who maybe initially, maybe because of their circle, they don't want to be married, but they have moments like Chris Love just had where they're like, man, I might can see myself doing life with somebody so I can have these precious moments to share with them. And wherever Baby 10 went, this would be a perfect segue to talk about like what I've been seeing on TikTok about do you need a man or do you want a woman or do you need a like what? What
I
y'all
got you.
think? What do you
I,
think, Big C? Do you need a woman or do you want a woman?
Well, yeah,
Real Alfonso Johnson
I've
on
been through that too. Yeah, I thought that.
Facebook did that as a
Wait,
question, but just throwing it out there if y'all want
what'd
it.
he say?
I just mentioned that Alfonso Johnson on Facebook. He said, "I guess marriage is the goal," as a question, but for you, it definitely seems like it is. For Big
You're
C, we
petty.
will. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Corey. I didn't mean to cut
Get
you off.
on my nerve.
Oh, you good, brother? No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, situations like that. Yeah, I went to the depression stage of dang. I'm getting older, and I ain't got nobody to share my life with.
That's
So
good,
I'm gonna
Lady
have
K.
somebody to share my life with,
Yeah,
and I'm like, dang. Well, let's do this. Well, then I was like, well, I do want to be happy, but I don't have to have you to be happy. I have to be happy with myself. So I
that's
might want
it.
to share something with you, but if you still right, you still bringing me down. This is not a good choice.
Right. It's you don't want anybody
That's
to
all I'm
bring you
saying.
down.
That's true.
I just want to
Exactly.
apologize for the technical difficulties. I paid my cable bill, but I don't know what's going on with the internet.
Till you good, brother.
That's right. That's right. Um.
Maybe you need maybe you need to start doing on the third level of your house. You know, you got about 8 levels. If you go higher up.
Uh
Child
oh.
boo.
Is Big C working, getting in some rips there?
I ain't paying Corey no attention. Where's little Jeffrey at? Where's little
Jeffrey
Jeffrey?
Washington, he one of our proudest
Or
supporters. You can't talk down on Jeffrey.
Look, we've been about an hour
uh,
in. I
I
actually
think
do
he
want to
doing some
apologize to everybody for the technical difficulties. I've been having some issues over here. I don't know what it is. The internet keeps going in and out. I'm plugged directly into my ether. But we've been about an hour in, Chris. And we just wanted to show Lil Bit's face because
Thank you.
this was the little intro to just to bring on and see if y'all like it or not. Nay, we really don't care, but we're gonna she's gonna be on here a little bit more often when shit gets messy.
uh
When it gets messy.
That's
In
right.
the
And,
in the
and
thick of things. I'm kind of upset about last week's show because I really had my shit kickers in for that show. I wanted
we
that
gonna make
show.
up for it, Mike.
We got to.
We gonna make up
I
for it, dog.
look. I am married to that situation.
I don't believe in it. I don't know if Big C could deliver for us, honestly. I'm doubting you, Corey.
I am married to that situation. So
If
Corey,
I gotta find somebody, if I gotta find
no, no, no,
somebody at
no, no,
Dollar
no, no,
General,
no, no,
I'm gonna
no,
get
no,
me
no,
a
Corey.
caucus.
We need them two back. I
Oh, them
want.
too.
I
Okay,
want that
I'll get them
situation.
too. I
I
got
need
you.
to have a conversation with both of
I
them.
got you, dog.
Both of them.
All
So
right, I'll
if you
make
got to
sure
take
I'll
us,
talk
if
to
you got to
them.
take a Z pack,
So,
whatever the hell she need to get over this 19,
ah,
and
Not a Z-Pack. That's that
uh,
steroid. Steroid.
damn, what's girl name? What's her name? I don't want to call her by her incorrect
Hummus.
name. Nope,
Was
you
it
can't call her
Alizé?
hummus. It's not
Sabra,
hummus. It's
Sabra,
Sabra.
Damn, y'all
Mm.
said a government name.
Sabra. I would love to have
Like
Sabra,
the
Sabra.
hummus.
Sabra. Jesus
Sabra.
Christ. Sabra has a lot of energy, and she got some things that she wanna say, Corey.
And
And I
she's a
want to,
great person,
and I
too.
would like to listen to her.
Absolutely.
I really would. So, Chris,
Wait. Why she gotta say it to me, dog?
huh? What you
Once
say,
again, I
Corey?
do want to
You
take.
right though. She got a lot to say to me though.
To you, and yeah, to you, and
She
to
got a lot
you.
to say to me.
Yes, you do. I can't wait
I
till
just,
ass get on
Yeah,
here. Don't clam
yeah.
up on us.
I just want to
Sabra, if
take a.
you listening, go ahead. My bad, Chris. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Shout out to Saba.
Sabra, not Sabra. Fuck. Yeah,
That's
Sabra. My bad. Sabra, if you listening, please call. I would like to check up on your well being. Is how you doing?
Um,
You know, been praying for you since the accident. Shout out to Sabra that can't drive. Uh, and hopefully things get better
Yeah,
and
she'll
and
be able
and,
today. She's doing better.
and we actually have a conversation. Will she text you?
Rod said, "Do you have Southwestern Bell?"
What
Yeah,
the
she
hell is
texted me
that,
today.
Ron? Oh, Rod. Florida State is number 4 in the rankings, Rod.
That's tough. We talking about your
Did you
internet
say
connection.
Southwestern Bell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Southwestern Bell. What
yeah,
the
I
hell is
added
that?
that.
I think I
My
was
fault.
in middle school when that was popular.
Yeah. I do want to take a moment to thank Lil
That's
Bit.
back
Thank
in
you
the
for
80s, dog. Southwestern Bell.
Thank you, Lil Bit, for sliding through. I didn't contact you until yesterday. You hopped on the phone with us last night to have our first intro discussion, meet the
Appreciate you.
Porsche fellas and everything.
That's
Yum
right.
Yum, sweet thing. I'm here for it. You late, but I shout out to Yum Yum. Thank you. Thank you. And we probably gonna bring you back again to get more in depth. Is I think I'm supposed to have 2 connections. So next week it'll either be you or my others. That run everything. And thank you. Everybody like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much. Join us next week at 30 minutes.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Wow.
Exceeded all expectations.
DJ Disco Dog. It gets no better than this.